I thought it might be fun to go through and produce some drums with the Pulverizer at this point. Granted, the Pulverizer is highly suitable for any instrument or audio you feel like running through it, but it does excel at drums. One thing that's really a nice quick touch that brings out a cool flow to any drum beat is to add a little trimmer to your hi-hats. Let's try this out now. I've already got a drum beat that I really like. Here, take a listen. Okay, let's get on those hi-hats. I'm going to create a mix track so that I can run an exclusive channel from Kong into the Reason console. Now, I'll turn the rack around with the tab button and route outputs 3 and 4 from Kong into my new mix channel. Then, I'll press the Show Drum and Effects button to open up the Drum and Effects editor. Notice that pad 7 is currently selected, so what I edit in Kong is for this particular pad. This pad happens to be my closed hi-hat. I'll set the output for this pad to output 3 and 4. Now, the hi-hat is coming out exclusively from Kong into this channel. Next, I'll right-click on my mix channel that is now dedicated to my closed hi-hat and create a Pulverizer as an insert. Let's run it. Okay, the Pulverizer is getting it. I'll add a hair of squash, though I won't need much because it's pretty hard to lose hi-hats. Also, I'll add a little bit of dirt because I like a little bit of grunge. Next, I'll switch my filter to high pass and lower the frequency so that the filter kills the lowest frequencies and allows some of the mid of the hi-hat in too. I don't want it to be too thin or it will hurt the ears. Also, I don't need the lower register of the hi-hat anyway. Now, I'll set up the tremor to modulate the volume out, and then I'll set the rate by turning on the sync. Then I'll switch my rate to quarter notes. I found that this rate with triangle waveform is quite nice for hi-hats. Take a listen. Here, let me solo it. Now, let me turn down the volume modulation so that you hear the difference. All right, let's hear it with the drums again. See, it's got a nice groove as opposed to the boring old 16 beat we had before. Now, let's try it with the square wave. Now, with the jagged sawtooth, random square wave, notice how every waveform gives a completely different groove to the hi-hat and still the hi-hat grooves. What I love about this technique is that you can use waveforms from the tremor to inspire you with hi-hat rhythms, and the setup takes no time at all. All right, in the next video, let's start working with the kick drum.